H2O clouds submerged, that's a roller. Indicate locked and on sight when the nest came. Watch a nigga spray for separate words when the nest say. Did what we had to do, full for the sensei. Full body control, did whatever the sensei. Now our numbers together, shot up like the Kempe. Linked up with the Pops, the Don Perry, young way. Yeah, healing back at the olive tree. Two branches unchained like former parolees. Feet shy with the word cracking the concrete. Unity means an increase, that's how it should be. That's right, yeah. Blood thick in the water combined. We could build, call the Lord to heat up the mortar. Joshua 6 united, it's an all-out slaughter. The sons of Judah and Eve for more the size of the altar.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We're going to show you the ships. That's what we was on? Right. So what we do is we show proof according to the Bible that slavery happened, right? That's what we're doing. Right. So we ask you, is slave ships in the Bible? I'm asking. Slave ships in the Bible, mother? Because you know slavery happened, am I right? So we're going to show you according to the Bible that slavery happened. Go ahead and read. Slave ships are in the Bible. Read verse 68.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So it says the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, question. Are we in Egypt today? We're not in Egypt today, right, mother? We're not in Egypt today. Remember the story of Moses parting the Red Sea? What people he led out of Egypt? Huh? You got to speak up to me. I can't hear you. Okay, the Israelites, right? Now, go to Exodus 28. The Bible explains itself.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Yeah.
I am the Lord thy God.
So he said, I'm the Lord your God, because we thought God was for everybody, right? But notice he said, I'm the Lord your God. Come on.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of what, mother? It's okay. We're going to read it again.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So he brought the Israelites out of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the what?
House of bondage.
I need you to read louder for me, soldier. So he said out of the house of what?
Bondage.
Bondage, right? So Egypt means what? Bondage or slavery. Now let's substitute that word back in the word Egypt. Now watch how it makes sense. Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt bondage again with ships.
So he said, I shall bring thee into Egypt bondage, slavery again with what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
That's in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So remember, this is during the time of Moses. That was approximately 2,000 years ago. So you mean to tell me a man that says, okay, y'all going to be led in slavery on ships, your kids going to be taken away, you're going to be in the fields working, you're going to be in the city, cursed, in the slums and ghettos, and it's going to come to pass. But you seen in 1492 with the so-called Northern Kingdom, which was the Latino Hispanics and Native Americans, and then you got the so-called blacks in 1619 that went in slavery on ships.
Right.
But you see in the Bible and it came to pass.
Bring it out.
So they make a Bible a what? A true book. But read on.
By whereof I spake unto thee.
It said by how Moses said it's going to happen, that's how it's going to happen. Did not the slave ship happen in 1619? Don't we have the slave movies that give you a piece of evidence that happened in slavery? Can you not see the visual? Come up. Y'all can come see it. Mother, you probably can relate to some of these. You know what I'm saying? Older women can understand that because they was in during the time of Jim Crow. You was there during the time of Jim Crow? Yeah, you was. No, you can take it. 61. Let me finish this up. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So you're not going to see your motherland again. What is that motherland? Huh? Not quite. No, it's not. Africa? Israel. Because Africa's a big continent. Africa's a big continent. It's many countries in Africa. So what part of Africa we come from? He said it. Israel. Galatians 4:26. I'm going to show you according to the Bible that the Bible explains itself. Because God said, if any man speak, let him speak the oracles of God. Watch this.
Right. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 26.
Come on.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
So it says, but Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Go ahead.
which is the mother of us all.
So what is our motherland? Our motherland is Jerusalem. So when you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, he said you would never see Jerusalem no more again. How is that true? Because we're in the land of America today. We going back to Africa or Jerusalem, they'll kick us out.
Right.
Why? Because they don't want blacks in there, because there's Jewish people over there.
Right.
If I say you're Jewish or I meet you here at 5-ish, am I going to be here at 5 o'clock? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be here at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be here around 5 o'clock.
Bring it
so
on.
if I'm Jewish, I'm trying to be a what? I'm trying to be a Jew. So we're going to get that later. Well, the officer going to bring out what makes us a Jew. I mean, who are the true Jews? Because they're Jewish in Jerusalem. Who are the real Jews that's supposed to be there? What we doing?
And
Loud,
there,
come on.
ye shall be sold unto your
They say
enemies.
you shall be sold into your friends?
To your enemies.
No, to your best brother.
To your enemies.
To your cousin.
To your enemies.
So you'll be sold in slavery to your enemies. Because a lot of times we got so hypnotized, or let's say Stockholm Syndrome, that means you love your oppressor, that we give them glorify. We always tend to go to them when we have issues in our community. But we have the tools to fix our own community. Because God called them your enemies. So who are enemies? Who put us in slavery? Come on. Who did this to us? Don't forget. Come on. Don't get scared. We out here.
They say we did, but the Africans.
Okay, Africans did. Okay, who else? Because we're not Africans.
I heard it was black dudes who taught the white
Oh
people
no,
how to
oh no.
enslave white
We
people.
cannot put ourselves in slavery.
We did.
What's your name, brother?
No,
I know. What's your name? My
My
bad.
name's James.
James, I got you.
It
Okay.
ain't
We could never put ourselves in
I might take
slavery.
it.
That I feel like that some of the books that
Hey, y'all come closer. Hey, come on. It's all this grass. Y'all come on. I want to hear
some
y'all.
of the books
I already
that
know.
we have being read
We talking about
means
today.
led us, but at the same time,
James,
but at the same
Talk to me.
time,
I'm going to help you. Yeah, talk to me. I'm going to help
but
you.
at the same time, we can't slave ourselves.
We didn't. We're not agreeing.
Right.
We're not agreeing. The Bible's not saying that.
That somebody went over there and got us and put us.
Okay, I'm happy.
Here, right?
I'm happy who did it. It was Africans. Then when it was the Africans, they sold us to the so-called white man. Go to Joel 2. I'm going to prove it. Let me finish this up first. I know you just came up. I'm going to finish this up. We show you that slave ships are in the Bible. We got put in slave on slave ships. Moses prophesied that thing to approximately 2,000 years ago. And it happened to us in 1619.
Saying that we will be slaves.
We'll be slaves. Why? Because we broke God's laws and commandments. You just came up.
right.
Let's go back to
Hold up.
Deuteronomy 15.
But this is
Come on.
what I just learned.
Okay.
This is what I
Talk
just
to me,
learned.
James. We here.
No. I got black people right here too. I can
But
talk to them too.
I understand.
But at the same time, when they made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve,
Okay.
but they say white people can't make different genders, races,
Okay.
but we can.
Okay.
Right? So do you understand where I'm coming
James,
from?
what? Hey, James, listen.
That's where I got a point with.
Okay, no, we're talking about slavery. We ain't on that point. We're talking about to show them that we got put in slavery because we broke God's laws and commandments. We know that, but we're trying to teach them how we got put in this condition that you see today. So it starts from a root, and we're trying to give you the root so you can change your life. Watch
Bring
this.
it out.
Deuteronomy 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Just listen, James. Watch
But
this.
it shall come to pass,
So it will come to pass. Go ahead.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy
So
God,
Moses is talking to the Israelites. If we didn't hear the voice of the Lord thy God, come on,
to observe to do all his commandments
to do all his commandments, come on,
and his statutes,
and his statutes,
which I command thee this day,
go ahead.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake
So
thee.
all these curses came upon us because we broke what? God's laws and commandments. The same thing that your pastor says are done away with. That is a lie. The laws of God is not done away with. We tried the music, we tried the marching, we tried everything under the sun, but God's laws and commandments. So that's what we're teaching them. That's the root cause why we get killed in the streets by the police, our own people, because we don't have order and structure in our communities. You understand? We had too much fall on the white man because we ain't worried about him. We worried about our people. So how we get ourselves right? That's how we get ourselves right, by keeping God's laws and commandments. Now, we was talking about slave ships, verse 68. When we out here, I know it's been a while since, y'all see brothers out here trying to do things for the community. We came from different walks of life. We come out to teach. We teach everywhere. We teach our people to show them, to give them some good gospel, which is the good news that you are God's chosen people and you have the right to the kingdom of heaven, which is only yours, which are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're the only people that can get the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
If you keep his laws and commandments.
Right.
You understand the difference? Watch this. Come on, 68
The book
again.
of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It says, so I'm going to bring you into Egypt bondage again with ships. Come on. Did
By
that
the
not
way
happen to us?
whereof I,
Did that not happen to us in slavery? That happened. Come on.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So how Moses said it's going to happen, that's how it's going to happen, because we got put in chains and shackles. We got our children taken away from us. We got put into other fields working, cursed in the field and cursed in the city. How? Because we live in the worst part of the city. We go to hard part, we go to cheap places of concourse to teach our people.
Right.
Watch this. Come on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So you're not going to see our motherland. Our motherland is what, y'all? Jerusalem, which is the capital of Israel. So let me prove it, because you might just came up, James. Galatians 4:26. I'm going to prove it, because I don't think you heard it the Bible, that is our motherland. Watch this. Because we always say we're from Africa, but it's many countries in Africa. So where you from? Kenya? We from Canaanite? You know what I'm saying?
No, that part I do know.
Right. So
That part I do
we
know.
come from northeast of Africa, which is Jerusalem. I'm going to prove I'm married. Watch this. Come on.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, and verse 26.
Come on.
But Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Which is above is free.
Meaning this land is above all lands. Go ahead.
Which is the mother of us all.
Jerusalem is our motherland. So when you go back to Deuteronomy 28:6-8, it says you will never see Jerusalem no more again. You said the Bible's a puzzle. It makes sense, right? Come on.
And there ye shall be sold.
Did you get off them ships? What's your name, bro? I didn't get your name. Javaro. What's yours, big bro? Javon? Davon. Watch this.
And there
Where these ships take you,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
you'll be sold to your enemies. Go ahead.
For bondmen
Slave men,
and bondwomen.
slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man can save you here. Who tried it? Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
Right.
Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. We have all these great leaders that try to rise up and save us, but what happened? It all came to naught. Mean nothing. Failed. Why? Because that's not the root cause. They did not have God's laws and commandments behind them.
That's right.
You see the difference? Now, what did Christ cover? What color is Christ? Let me ask y'all that. Talk to me. What color is Christ? Come deal with me. He every color. Okay. He black. What you got? Come on, James. That's a good question. That's a great question, though. Am I right?
He's
It
every
describes
color.
them
He's
as
every
light.
color. Cool.
Every color.
That's cool. Come on. Genesis 1. I like that. Genesis 1:26. I'm going to show you something. Let's go to the beginning. Then we're going to give him his description. Because a lot of times, hey, sis, I know you're listening. What color is Christ? Huh? Who, you said green? What you say?
Red.
Okay, that's a new one. Hey, what color is it?
But if you don't mind, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Genesis 1:26. I like you
The book
want
of
it.
Genesis,
He want that
chapter
thing.
1 and verse 26.
Come on.
And God said,
Stay right here.
let us make man in our image.
So let's go off y'all theory, right? If he said let's make man in our image, right? Did you see any man with every color? Be honest. Don't be proudful and say, yeah, I seen it. You never see a man look like the rainbow. Never in your life. You see what I'm saying? Now let's get that's true. I appreciate you. Now let's get this description of Jesus Christ. Revelation 1:14.
He said, make a man of image of me.
Right. So we got to get. Let's go to John 14:7.
Get out.
Let's go to John 14:7.
No, make a man.
And I know he said make a man in our image. So God is telling.
Meaning.
Well, I'm going to show you. Come on. Revelation 1:14. Just go Revelation 1:14.
It's the book of Revelation.
Here's the
chapter 1
image. Watch this.
and verse 14.
James, here you go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me show you.
His head
Watch
and
this.
his hairs were white like wool.
So what? This description of Jesus Christ.
Like that.
There you go.
Like that.
What people have woolly hair?
Like that.
Okay, so that's only descriptive.
But
One
I got
type of
good
people.
hair, don't get me wrong.
No, it's not. That's woolly nappy hair is good hair. Don't let them people fool you. I'm just making sure.
That's a little joke.
I got you.
Go ahead.
But we're gonna be real with it.
Go ahead.
Christ have nappy hair. So black people that have nappy hair, that's Christ. That's a description of Christ. Watch this.
As white as snow.
His was white. Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of
Now,
fire.
why was his eye was a flame of fire? Now, we're not talking about his pupils because you never see no black man with red pupil eyes. We're talking about the whites around his eyes. Why is it red? Go to Genesis 49 and 12.
Figure it out.
Huh?
No,
No, I think.
because his soul is
Come on, James, you getting deep.
Something
Stop going deep, James. That's not that deep.
No,
I-
because you got to go. Well,
I'm gonna be basic. No, the Bible's basic. I'm gonna show you. It's basic. Watch. Well, I'm gonna show you.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12.
Watch this.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
What was Christ's first miracle? Change the water into.
wine.
There you go. He drunk a little bit. He ain't getting drunk. Now I'm gonna tell y'all that. He drunk a little bit. Don't your eyes get red when you drink a little bit? Yes, we all got uncles. We all got uncles. Come on, let's go back. You like that thing? I'm gonna show you. We're gonna give you more. Come on, watch this. Verse 15. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 15.
Now we're gonna get to this color. Watch this.
And his feet.
Now your feet match the skin, same color your body. Now you may say, nah, because I wear socks. Remember Christ was wearing flip-flops. Sun was beaming. Same color as his body. Come on.
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Not grass. Brown. Brown. That's his complexion. That's a brass color. But watch this though.
As if
you take that brass,
they burned in a furnace.
you burn it into a furnace. Now what color is it? If you burn anything, what color you get? You get black. What color is Jesus Christ? Black man. So that right there alone can change your community.
That's right.
Why? Because now I can't see him as a nigga. I don't see you as a nigga. I don't see you as a nigga. I don't see you as a whoremonger or a whore or nothing like that. Because you are the people of God.
That's right.
You see the difference? Now, remember God said, let's make man in our image. But what color is God? I think I'm about to mess something up. I said, what color is God? You see how it makes sense? See how things adding up? I'm gonna prove it though. They ain't said it now.
You made a big point right there.
Yep.
But if you read the Bible and everything, and it does make sense.
Yeah. But it gotta be read in its proper context though.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. I adore what y'all doing for this community.
Yes, sir.
That because it's been a long time since somebody have done anything in this community.
Right.
But I pray every night for me and my brother right here. I don't even know him, but I do.
Right.
But
pray for me too.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, I'm gonna show you. Watch this, Jay. No.
But
I'm gonna show you what that prayer did though. I'm gonna tell you what that prayer did. The prayer brought the prophets out here to teach you the truth according to the Bible. You like that? So God was hearing y'all prayers. You know, God was hearing your prayers, but he brought the true prophets out here to show you who you are. Watch this. Let's get the color of God. Come on.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9.
Come on.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So when it says I beheld till the thrones were passed down, meaning God going to destroy this place here with nuclear fire. Go ahead.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
So when you have an Ancient of Days, meaning you have no beginning or no end, who are we talking about? Who the only man on earth, man that don't have no beginning or no end? God, right? So we're talking about God. Watch this.
Whose garment?
Now he has a garment on. So when people say God is a spirit, like they say in church, that's a lie. He just said he had a garment on. If I'm just a spirit, why do I need clothes on? If I'm a spirit, don't I supposed to be hovering somewhere? You know what I mean? It don't make sense. So he's a man that have a body. Come on.
And the hair of his head.
He said this his garment. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And the hair of his head, like the pure wool.
He have pure woolly hair. Then you might say he had woolly hair, but it don't indicate that he's black. It doesn't indicate that he's black. John 14. I'm going to prove that it is. John 14 and 7. I think that's it. Is it 7? John 14 and 7. You see me, you seen the Father. 9. Watch this.
This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 9.
Watch this.
Jesus saith unto him,
watch this.
Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip?
Because Philip asked him, show us the Father, and it suffices him. I want to ask you no more question, Christ. If you just show us the Father. Watch what he said. He said, have I not been so long with you, Philip? Watch this.
He that has seen me have seen the Father.
That doesn't mean God and Christ is the same people. It doesn't mean that.
Right.
He's saying simply, if you got a son, right? Who do he look like? That's what Christ's saying.
Right.
I look just like my daddy.
Right.
If you see him, you see me. But he's not saying that in a way of like, okay, I am the Father, because 1 Corinthians 11 says this. I'm going to show you. He put a difference. It's the order with God, right? He didn't say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They all agree into the laws and commandments.
Right.
But they're not the same.
They're not
You understand?
the same.
Right. I'm going to show you right here. Watch this.
This is the book of
Start at verse 1, 2.
1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 2.
Come on.
Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things.
Watch what Paul's saying.
And keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
So Paul said, keep the order that I'm about to deliver to you. It's an order with God. Watch this.
But I would have you know
Go ahead.
that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of the man is who? Christ, right? So our head is man. It's Christ. Come on.
And the head of the woman is man.
Well, who's your head? Come on. Don't do that. Don't lose it. Man, you know how your mother was. She had that husband over. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, watch this. Read
And
it
the
again.
head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. So what's the order? God, Christ, man, and woman. It ain't no 50-50 in no marriage. I'm just keep it hot with you. Man is over the woman.
But we do it like
Yeah, because we've been forced. We've been forced that way.
I seen that earlier.
Huh?
I seen that earlier.
You said it earlier?
The Holy Trinity.
Okay.
That's it.
Here, let me move my
Come on,
car.
I can't hear you. Come here.
Once we got here,
Uh-huh.
they took it, and instead of it being an order, they made her equal to me, so it's nothing.
Okay, no, they put the woman past. That was a slave tactic to have the woman over you in the future. You understand? Because that was the Willie Lynch letter, if you read that. So, but no, it's supposed to, God said, I'm calling man. I'm dealing with man. Proverbs 8:4. I'm going to show you. Because we think that because in the church it's filled with women, right? I'm being 100. And the men not there no more because it's ruled by, it's make feminine men, soft men, or they make them very sodomitish. You know what I mean? I know, because it's all ruled with women. But watch what God said he's calling. Watch this.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Unto you, O men, I call.
God is calling man first. That's who he's calling to get his house in order. You understand? That's what we have to show you. Get your house in order, get your lives right. Because when Christ returns, he's killing. And you don't want to be on that side. You understand? And no more of them dreams, that mythology stuff talking about God coming with ice creams and fairies with gumdrops and blueberries. God's not coming like that. Christ is a black man. Exodus 15:3. And what black man, how black men are when they mad? Let me ask you that. How we get? How black men get when they get mad? They get explosive. I ain't gonna say evil. Don't do that to me. We don't get evil, but we get explosive. Right? We get very angry. But watch this though. Watch how God deal.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
The Lord is a man of war.
Yeah, the Lord is a what?
A man of war.
Know that any man of war play games. No man of war don't play games. So what we're showing you is we call the men first, right? And we deal with y'all accordingly because y'all the one that's supposed to run your households. You understand? It's no longer that we should be killing each other. No longer we should be beating each other up because I think you stepped on my sneakers. And you know where that came from?
47-3.
Thank you. Find out. Get that. You know where that came from when you slept on, the sneaker stuff? That song. Oh, man. What's wrong? Man, he done stepped on my J's. That's where that came from. The music industry. And then what happened was when somebody stepped on them J's, you're like, nah, but that song told me that you stepped on my J's. I got to deal with you accordingly.
Personally, I never been a person like that.
Good.
I always say, like, if he stepped on mine, as long as he say excuse me,
Yeah.
we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But if you just gonna step, If you just gonna step on my shoes and just act like you ain't do something,
Right.
that's when I have to
But
correct
James,
you, my brother.
That's the thing, James. It's no, you know what? You ever heard of charity before? You ever heard of charity? Now, I ain't talking about no money charity. I'm not talking about no money charity. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But watch this. Go there. Yeah, 47. I like him. I want him. Watch this. Come
This
on.
is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
So the sins of our people are going to be uncovered and of the other nations. Go ahead.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Go ahead.
I will not take vengeance. And I will take vengeance.
Come on.
And I will not meet thee as a
When
man.
Christ returned, he's not coming as a man. Like what he did on earth, he was having mercy and compassion. No more of that when Christ returned. Because he already fulfilled that already. He come back to go ahead and destroy this place. And now let's...
Meaning,
What?
the way, my fault, big man. I like your voice. Meaning, I think that once he say Jacob gonna blow that horn and whoever don't fall down on their knees or whatever, because when Christ come back like a thief in the night, he said it one time. He did it one time.
Nope. He do it.
Okay, if he come back like a thief in the night and pick up the people who he think of.
That's the Israelites. That's us. They keep God's laws and commandments. Go ahead.
Meaning they took upon them what his rules meaning.
Which is laws and commandments. Go ahead.
That's when that's when Jacob, and did I say that right or wrong? Jacob gonna blow his horn and then God gonna come.
That's how it's gonna go.
All right.
I'm gonna show you how it's gonna go. But go ahead.
But
go ahead.
it's gonna be hell on earth.
Yes,
again.
it's gonna be nuclear fire, destruction. And I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Let me get this in a minute. Come on. Go to Isaiah 13:9.
Fast forward, y'all.
No, you cool. You cool. You good. No, this ain't. Listen, this no what is it? Scripted thing. It's not scripted. No, this not scripted. Trust me. This all the Most High God in Christ that does this. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
So Christ come out with cool and fierce anger. Come on.
To lay the land desolate.
To lay this land desolate. But why? Because it's nothing but killing, no truth or no mercy here. Go ahead.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
So he's gonna destroy the sinners that's not keeping his laws and commandments.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to show you. When you say his rules, it's his laws and commandments. Always stick to that. The reason why we don't say laws and commandments, because the church don't tell us to keep God's laws and commandments. So when we hear it, it's new to us. Like, what is it? Something evil. No, not keeping his laws and commandments. That's the root cause of why we're in this condition. Keep his laws and commandments. Keep his laws and commandments. Keep his laws and commandments. That's it. It's that simple.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.